I just joined one of the top valleys in the world. Now, the valley in question is called Awesome World, and these guys over there very kindly allowed me to come in and show you guys exactly what a fully maxed out valley looks like in the game. So first things first, let's just talk a little bit about this valley. These guys, after the previous update, were the 8th valley in the world to fully max out. Now, sadly, the leaderboards have done a little bit of a random update and they've kind of messed up, but I can guarantee that these guys were 8th in the world to do it. I saw it on the old leaderboards and these guys know it as well. I will show you guys where they are currently on the leaderboards, though they are completely maxed out. I would also, while we're here, love to give a shout out to every single one of the members of this awesome valley. As you can see, a few of them have gone way over and above the ever chest value at 55,000. Some of them are actually up above 100,000, which is pretty crazy to me. But let's get straight into the meat of the video. You guys are here to see what a maxed valley looks like, and that's exactly what we're going to be jumping in to do. Okay, so first things first, I have to own up to a little mistake. I actually forgot to record a full tour of the valley when I was over in Awesome World, so we're gonna have to make do with my home valley, Zajnu. Alright, so let's jump straight into it. We're gonna do a quick run around of where all the buildings are in a valley, then we're gonna jump more specifically into what each building looks like fully maxed out and the items that can be unlocked in those buildings. So when you guys manage to reach a higher level in Everdale, this is what your valley is going to look like. We're of course going to have the harbour there in the middle. Next to that, we're going to have the Great Library alongside the sheep pasture. We're then going to have some of the buildings, which we're going to be talking about slightly later on. We have the wheat field alongside the sugar field over here. We then also have the fishing hut, which is going to be a completely opposite the salt field. Then moving through, we have the cotton field over here. We have the indigo field over through here as well. Then on the back side, we have the silk field. And that concludes all of the resource buildings you guys are going to be able to get here in Everdale. So now we'll jump into a little bit more detail about some of the production buildings you guys will unlock here in the valley. So first things first, we are going to be jumping over here to the bakery. Now the bakery you can see is currently at level 3. Inside the bakery we have bread, we've got berry pies, we've got berry cakes, we've got baked apples, we've got honey cookies, we have fish pies. And on that second row we have apple pies, dream cake, chocolate mousse, chocolate lava cake, and the last one there is grilled cheese. Now grilled cheese is one of the ones you unlock pretty late game actually, but the bakery relatively easy to upgrade and max out. Moving through now onto that next building is going to be the preservery, also level 3 of course. Now jumping through into the preservery, you guys can see of course we have all the items here. We have salted fish, salt pot, honey pot, apple jam, sweet herring, pickled eggs, stinky cheese, and yogurt. Of course, stinky cheese and yogurt, two of the newer additions through into Everdale. The next building we're going to be jumping in to take a look at is of course the potion maker. Now jumping through into the potion maker, I'll show you guys all of the potions up on the screen right now. I'm not going to list them all because there are quite a lot of them, but basically at the start you're going to have the mixtures, moving through onto the brews, and then at the end you have the tonic. So that is all the potential potions you are able to currently get here in the game. Next up we have the dye workshop, one of the most interesting buildings in the game, one of the most valuable buildings in the game. Dyes are such a huge part of valley life, and inside the dye workshop, if you guys didn't already know and haven't unlocked all of the dyes, you're able to get red, yellow, blue, green, orange, purple, rainbow. So currently we've got quite a few dyes in there. I potentially think moving forward we might see a few new color variations coming on through into the dye workshop, but that's something you guys will just need to wait and see. The next building we have is the candy shop. Now this is one of the newer buildings we saw from that previous update. As you can see, Awesome World do have this up to level 3, and jumping inside the candy shop we have plenty of different items. We have jelly beans, we have raspberry bars, cotton candy, chocolate herring, chocolate pralines, and fudge. So plenty of delicious things over there in the candy shop, some of which I would absolutely love to try myself. Now the next building we have is of course the dairy, another new building here after that previous update. Jumping inside the dairy we have 3 items, very simple. We have cream, we have butter, and we have cheese. Easy to make them all. As we scroll through, you guys will see it just takes milk to make all of these different items. As we progress through, I would imagine we're going to see maybe a few other things coming through into the dairy, but currently you only need milk to produce each and every one of these items. Next up we have the toy workshop. Now this is a building I would assume most of you have, but for those of you who don't, you guys will see there are actually quite a lot of items we're able to get through in the toy workshop. We have the plush toy, we have the rune game, we have the wooden duck, we have marbles, we have the wooden doll, the fancy doll, and wind up Winston, one of my favorite toys in the game, one of which sadly I've actually not unlocked yet. Next up we have the blacksmith up at level 3 through here in Awesome World, and of course we have 3 items in here as well, all of which are pretty easy to make. We have iron nails, reinforced planks, and iron sculptures, so all super easy to make through here in the blacksmith. And the final crafting building here on our tour of Awesome World is going to be the tailor, of course up at level 3 as well. And if we jump through into the tailor, this is going to be one of the buildings that actually has the most items in the game, so we are going to quickly list these off so you guys can see each and every item. We have socks, trousers, hats, tunics, shirts, dresses, jacket, rainbow suit, silk scarf, and silk tie. So plenty of items to craft over here in the tailor. Okay, next up we're going to be jumping on through here to the great library just to show you guys that these guys are completely maxed out all the way through from level 1 through to the end. I believe at level 11 they have maxed out and unlocked every single building, and that does include the new animal handlers guild. They somehow, some way have managed to get that up to level 10 already, so huge credit where it's due. But as you can see, as I'm scrolling through right here, these guys have unlocked each and every building and upgraded it to the absolute maximum. Now, talking about guilds, we have to show you guys each and every one of their guilds. We have the Farmers Guild, of course, up at level 10. Next up, we have the Builders Guild, also through at level 10. Now we have the Stone Guild through at level 10. Next up, we have the Clay Guild, also through at level 10. The fact that they have managed to max out each and every guild, especially the Animal Handlers Guild, is top tier. Massive shout out to the guys over here at Awesome World for doing such an amazing job. We've seen the Researchers Guild right there, and the final guild is of course that Animal Handlers Guild at level 10. And last but not least, how can we possibly forget about the Grand Monument? The guys over here in Awesome World have managed to get their Grand Monument up to level 57. They are not quite on the Grand Monument leaderboard, but I know they are pushing to try and get on that too. But these guys are definitely, in my opinion, one of the top valleys in the world. The fact that they managed to be 8th in the world to completely max out after that recent update is mega cool in my opinion. And these guys were awesome enough to let me come into their valley, see what they're all about, and check out the fully maxed out building. So massive credit where it's due. Let me know down in the comments how far through the most recent update are you guys in your valley. I would absolutely love to know. While you're down there, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe as well for more Everdale content just like this video, and until the next video, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.